Hey gang, here's my comic pull list for February 1st, 2017. First off from DC, it's Cyborg number 9. We finally learn who our villain is. Anomaly is his name and revenge is his game. Revenge against Dr. Silas Stone, that is. We learn Anomaly's backstory in flashbacks and narration, which are well handled both by John Simper Jr.'s writing and Paul Pelletier's art. I also like the character Exy being Cyborg's reluctant sidekick. This title is really starting to get me hooked. Next, it's Flintstones number 8. So Betty and Wilma go to visit Wilma's estranged mother, leaving Barney and Fred to watch Bam Bam and Pebbles. Meanwhile, Mayor Claude enacts a plan to divert money from the children's hospital to the military. This was a really good issue. We get some great character development for Wilma and some funny satire on our current political environment that really hits home. Plus, there are very thought-provoking comments provided by, of all things, an economics lecturer who comes to speak at the kids' school. Next, it's Midnighter and Apollo number 5. In this penultimate issue, Midnighter and Neuron have a knockdown drag-out over Apollo's soul. This was a fantastic issue. Steve Orlando's incredible writing and Fernando Blanco's awesome artwork make this a very quick read and also very enjoyable. I look forward to the final issue, though I really hate to see this one go. Moving on to Nightwing number 14. In this final issue of this story arc, Dick has to try to clear his name for attempted murder while at the same time stopping the real murderer from striking again. This was a good ending to the story arc, and given the way it wraps up, I look forward to seeing how things go from here on. Moving on to IDW and Jim the Misfits number 2. The band moves into Pizzazz's house as filming for the Misfits reality show gets underway, but there's a small bump in the road. One of the Misfits has refused to sign off on the deal. And wow, believe it or not, I was totally blown away by this issue. Jen St. Ange's art is a really good fit to this title, but it was Kelly Thompson's writing that really got me. The way she fleshed out a certain character's insecurities and strengths actually managed to squeeze a tear out of me. If this is what the rest of the miniseries is going to be like, I'm totally stoked to see what's coming next. Next from Image, it's The Walking Dead number 163. So the Whisper War may be over, but Alexandria's fight for survival is just beginning as a giant horde of walkers heads for their gates. This was an excellent, fast-paced issue that kept me on the edge of my seat. If you're a fan of this title, you know what a great writer Robert Kirkman is, and with Charlie Adlard's awesome art, this issue just really comes alive off the page. And just in case you had forgotten what a total badass Michonne is, prepare to be reminded. The next issue cannot get here soon enough. Next from Marvel, it's Star Wars number 28. This is part 3 of Yoda's Secret War. So Luke is still stuck in his X-Wing in deep space reading from the journal of Ben Kenobi. In this issue, Yoda discovers what happened to the children's missing parents and exactly what is at the heart of the mountain. This is turning out to be an interesting story arc, which seems to be woven through 3 time periods. Jason Aaron's writing is great, and I'm a big fan of Salvador Larroca's artwork. Even his panels with very little detail are still just beautiful. Next, it's Star Wars Darth Maul number 1. This takes place before the events of the Phantom Menace. Maul is growing frustrated with his master's insistence that they wait to attack the Jedi. He takes out some of his frustration by hunting a pack of Rathtars, which you may remember is one of the few bad CG things from The Force Awakens. But this doesn't quench Maul's bloodlust for long. Thankfully, Sidious sends him on a mission which presents him with an unexpected opportunity. I really enjoyed this first issue. Both Cullen Bunn's writing and Luke Ross's art were phenomenal. I've always thought Maul was an underutilized character in the prequels, so it's awesome to get more of his backstory. There was a little mini story at the end of this issue which tells the tale of one of Maul's probe droids, that he used on Tatooine while looking for Queen Amidala. It doesn't add anything to the main story, but it was kind of cute. I look forward to the next issue. Whoops, had to change the battery. Finally, from Titan, it's Doctor Who, the 12th Doctor, Year 2, number 14. In this issue, the Doctor shanghais the writer and artist of a comic book called The Time Surgeon, a book which is basically loosed on him, to show the couple just what time travel is all about. This was a fun first part of this 2-issue story. I was actually surprised, given the way that the last story arc ended, that the Doctor was again on his own, and not with 15th century songstress Julie Daubigny, who was the companion in his last adventure. But I'm not disappointed. I didn't really care for that character much, and while I'm not sure about the two new characters, Val and Sunny, they are at least fun. I also like the way the first couple of pages show us what their idea of the Doctor's life is like. So that is it for this week's pull, my comic-loving friends. Please hit like and subscribe, and as always, please drop me a comment. I always like hearing from you. So, see you later.